I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Mexico City Diablos.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. Check right.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. Mike 22. I got you.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Breida, able to power through. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore. And
this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Diablos nothing.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Is the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Vincent Smith, 93 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down, Ravens.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Baltimore.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action. It's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Jackson now. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he'll take it. Got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 47 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
42-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for him with Breida, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Diablos 24, Ravens 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A good pick up there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Ravens.
To throw again is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's a gain
23 yards on the play. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They run with Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's a rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
extra point.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Diablos 24, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that.
Steps away. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first.